What's up, guys? Today officially marks count 'em, four months on our journey back to the grind. The theme of month 4, flat locks, baby. Dealing with these mugs right here. As you can see from the back of my head, it looks like a lot of the locks, as I can feel, I can't really see, are sort of matted, pressed up against my head. Now the reason for that is simple. If I'm sleeping, obviously my head is sleeping down, but just about every other day it's either snowing or raining. So many times when I'm outside, I find myself either hiding like this and getting my hair drenched and wet, throwing on a knit beanie, and then risking your hair being further matted down right after dealing with the bed head. Not to mention, guys, who can resist the coziness of a nice black hoodie on a winter's day? Then you end up What you guys doing over there? Well, guys, I'm here to tell you, dealing with matted or flat hair as you're going through your Freeform Loc journey is completely normal. There are actually 4 methods that you can enact on your Freeform Loc journey when dealing with flattened or matted hair. What's up, guys? It's your boy, DOMI boy, back with another Freeform Loc update. This is a channel to help inspire those who are considering, instill confidence in those who are starting, and to encourage all of you who are watching to embrace your natural hair and cells as you are. Live freely, live freely. So if you aren't a part of the Congo familia, you definitely want to hit that big old red rectangle down below. And in this video, we're not only going over the progress that was made in those last 4 months on this second crown here, but we're also going to talk about dealing with flattened or matted hair and what to do when that comes across your table. After that, I'm gonna hop in the shower because not only is today my 4-month loc anniversary, but it's also my weekly wash day. I do like to pair my monthly loc update with my wash day to give you a glimpse as to how often your crown can change just in a day. Sometimes seeing somebody else's locks go through a million changes in just a day can actually give you a sense of ease and calmness and not to get too strung up on how it looks on a particular day. And with that, why don't we finally take a look at what's been cooking up here. So although we have locks up here in the front, as you can see, we have some bangs here. Shot at the top of the crown. Here's a look at the left side. A lot of flat locks here. Everything feels like it's pushed down and up. How are things looking, guys? It's hard for me to ever actually see what the sides or the back of my head looks like until after I'm editing these videos, so let me know your thoughts. The back of the head is probably ridiculous, but even though it may look like a mess to the untrained eye, if I get deeper in here, we can actually see that these are locks. If we like pull them down, you wake that one up, there goes a lock there, pull this down. So there are some locks here, which is actually a cool look in a way. Here in the middle, as per usual, this is where all of the locks are sort of stationed. Move one lock, we see all those little locks moving. You see that? Now that's a sign of a Congo when you move one lock, but you got 3 or 4 more that are moving. They're all just joining hands with each other, becoming besties, and soon they're gonna form a super Congo. So that's a look at the crown pre-wash, guys. A lot of Congoing, a lot of flat locks, a lot of matted hair, and some beautiful, gorgeous, luxurious length. Y'all know I love me some length. Ooh. So how can we really show off length if we're dealing with flattened, matted hair? First and foremost, guys, don't let this drive you crazy. There are actually 4 methods that you can enact to deal with flattened or matted hair on your Freeform Loc journey. The first one is grab your palm and use the same procedures that I talked about when washing your hair. If you're confused at what procedures I'm talking about, you can check out my washing video where I get more into detail. You can use the same procedure outside of wash. Just simply take your palm, and if your locks are flattened down and just sleepy and matted, you can just wake them on up by lightly rubbing your hair through your head like so. Just doing this, just light maintenance to get ready for the day. Maybe you got a nice hot date. A nice hot date, huh? So if you've been doing counterclockwise, you stick with counterclockwise. If you've been doing clockwise during your washes, you keep it clockwise. And I would just do this for a good 30 seconds. We can already see a bit of a slight difference. The hair's awake here. We just pull them back down. If they're sticking up this way, you just pull them down. That's probably the quickest, easiest, and fastest way to deal with flattened hair. That second method is investing in a spray bottle. Now, I've talked about spray bottles before. I actually broke my spray bottle, so I can't show mine here. What you would do is simply fill it with some water, a couple of your favorite essential oils, and make sure to put it in the fridge to keep it nice and cool. And on days you're dealing with flattened locks, you can mist your hair a bit and shake it on out. Now, typically I would revert to that first or second method using either my hands or a spray bottle or a combination of the two. But if I'm just staying at home or running errands like I am now, I'd simply enact this third method. So if that first method was using your hand, that second method was using a little mist, that third method, going all out and getting your hair soaked. Third method is something I usually do in between washes. I'll simply just take a shower, wash my body, put on a little bit of cold water, and just rinse out my head, give it a nice shake, waking them up to be the luxurious baby freeformies that they were meant to be. All these methods are based on how much time you have and the importance of the event that you're attending. Short on time and the event you're attending is not a big deal. Your hands are fine. You're gonna go meet up with some family. Maybe you wanna wet your head with some cold water and shake it on out. If you don't wanna deal with drying your hair, then I suggest reverting back to that second method and using the spray bottle. The fourth and final method to dealing with flattened or matted hair on your Freeform Loc journey is doing absolutely, positively, you guessed it right, nothing. It's letting your hair just sit, do what it does. Maybe you go like this once in a while and waiting until the next wash day. If you're like me and you're just washing your crown on a once a week basis, a couple of days of flattened hair is not gonna make your locks stay flat. So now that we talked about the 4 methods to dealing with flattened or matted hair on your Freeform Loc journey, and now that we've taken a look at this 4-month update of the crown pre-wash, I say it's time we hop on in the shower, give these teenage freeformies a deep wash, and see what the difference looks like. Let's get hot and steamy. Let's get cold and freezy. Alright guys, here's what we are dealing with. As you can see, a wash always does magic to the locks. Especially that cold water, getting rid of that excess buildup. I've been sweating all week, trying to get back into a nice gym routine and do a little water in the locks. Hope the drip don't splash you. How are we doing, guys? I want to guess, just from my fingers and my hands, I can actually feel the locks standing up, so we have no more flat locks. Now again, I had those locks, you know, flat and compact against my head for a little over 6 days, maybe 7 days. And right after that wash, you see everything is like standing right back up. The hair is almost dry. Things look a lot more uniform, a lot more lock-like. Some of it is like looking like it's growing down. Some of it is growing up. Some of it is growing this way. Some of it is growing that way. Some of it is growing. I'm really digging it. It's growing in all different directions. Let me know where you guys are on your journey. Still feels like this area is not quite locked. I do feel some stuff forming here. This is a lock, very small lock, but that's a lock. There's one. So they're popping up here and there. And if you're curious, if you want to compare how this situation is looking with my 3-month video, you can check that out. Or you can check out this video where I answer the most common questions I get when it comes to washing Freeform locks. It's your boy, DOMI boy, sipping on a limoncello LaCroix, cause I likes me a little bubbly. And I'll see you at the next one.